everyone. My name is Laura. I am a dancer and choreographer of this channel. Today I want to share with you some tips about the creativity and in general creating a new dance choreography. I will talk about both things, and I hope that you will like it. I hope that it will help for you create a new choreo in the future. It might help also not only for new dancers or the beginners, also for the advanced dancers, because you can follow these steps and improve. Maybe you already creating choreographies, but you can improve with that. So in the first place, I want to say that most of the time when I'm starting the new choreo, it's a lot of ideas that I have in my head. The same like this shirt, like it's a bit chaotic because I have like many ideas or many steps or just different kind of songs that I want to use, and I'm just like doubting which one I should use. So at the beginning it's a bit chaotic, but then later when you are listening more times the music or the same song, another song, so you start to choose. And the most important thing is to choose well the song that you like, so then it's more easy to create the choreography. Because then you can feel the song, or you can get inspired because of the song or because of the story, or also you can feel better the music by yourself, so then inspiration gets more quick and more easy. And another thing that I'm doing, for example, I try to feel and understand better about what is the song. Maybe if I choose one song because of the one film, or it's because of some story, or it reminds me some story about some couple or something, then it's a bit more easy to create something interesting and nice. So I also suggest you, for example, if you want to try, you can just put the song and just listen carefully and don't do anything at the first time, to feel the beat, to feel the different kind of sounds, because you can then to choose which part of the song you want to highlight, because maybe sometimes you want to highlight one part or another part of the song. Not everything should be in the same line, not everything should be in the same emotion or in the same line. So I suggest you to highlight different part of the song, or you can choose which part of the song you want to do, because sometimes I'm not doing like a full song. I just do maybe half of the song, or maybe I collect and connect 2 or 3 songs. So it's different kind of the process for the create one choreography. You need to decide which part is more important, which part of the song you want to use. Another important thing that it helps for me when I'm creating choreography, like sometimes just to improvise, just to put the music and start to dance. Don't think about the steps, because sometimes when we are thinking like or overthinking about the steps, it can be a bit frustrating, because you need to adapt your choreography to the music. If it's not catching, if it's not matching well with the music, it will not look nice, it will not feel the same. So I suggest you just at the beginning to feel the music and start to dance, start to flow. And in this way you will feel better the emotion, you will feel better the beat, you will find better and highlight the different part that you want to highlight, and you will get more inspired like this, and the music will match better with the choreo. So this is one of the most important stuff. And another thing that I want to say you that when you are creating the choreography, sometimes you want to put like a lot of stuff, a lot of steps, a lot of different figures, like oh my gosh, crazy stuff, should be like very wow, and sometimes can be like too crowded and too much, too noisy. So I think that better is to record the choreography and keep checking and just think if it's necessary or not. Maybe if it's too much, if it's too crowded, maybe distract and do not highlight well the story, just take out some stuff. When it's too much things in one short time, like in one song, it might be like chaotic, and the people who will watch it might do not understand well, or might do not interpret it well, and maybe it will be more difficult to watch. So I suggest you just to check and work with the music, because then you can express better and to show really what you want to do. Then in another hand, sometimes if you see that it's not too much, like very basic, if you do the choreography and you see that it's very basic stuff, then of course you need to add more steps, or maybe you just can change. Don't put that much basic, just put more spins or another figures, more interesting figures, and then you can like just change. Of course you need to have your own criteria, you need to have your own style, you need to have your own point of view, because in the first place you should like it. In the first place you need to like what you are doing, you need to like that choreography that you are doing, so then another people also will like it. If you don't like it, then it's bad, then you need to change, you need to improve, or maybe take another song or do changes. Don't be afraid to do changes, and don't think about the mistakes. For example, don't be focused that I will do mistake rating this, or maybe it will not look like too nice, and don't be afraid to do mistakes, because maybe it will not be a mistake. Probably it will be like another way to put another step, or maybe it will be a nice transaction, maybe it will lead you to another way to express yourself, or maybe another way to express the emotion. Sometimes, for example, one pause, it's really nice and really good in the choreography. Not everything should be movement. So for example, sometimes if you are dancing and you just stop and you like focus to some like feeling or emotion, it might be very nice detail, it can feel and would be very nice expression, for example, to feel. So don't be afraid to do different things. And of course, for example, when I'm creating the choreo, not always I'm mixing the different styles, but yeah, sometimes I like to mix different kind of movements or different dance styles. So in this way, the choreo is more rich. I cannot say you that it's the rule that you need to do, but you can try. For example, just when you are creating new stuff, you can just try to mix some different movements, different steps from different styles of different music. So then you can choose which one you like more, or which one fits better to that music. So yeah, this is also very important tip. And of course, for example, it's not easy. I know it's not easy. It's also not easy for me. When you do more times, when you create more choreographies, it's getting used to be a bit more easy, yes, but it's not very easy to start. So at the beginning, I suggest you just start. When you start, just put yourself, be in a good mood, in the positive vibes, and also you need to have a good energy, because if you are not with a good energy or with a low mood or whatever, it might affect your creation. So you need to, I suggest you to don't create anything when you are in a bad mood, or when you have like, if you are lazy or whatever. Just start to do it when you are in the good mood and when you have power, when you have energy. Then all this energy will be transmitted in your choreography. Of course, then later you can do changes, but then it will be more nice, will be more energetic. So this is also very important. It also helps for me a lot. When I'm not in the good mood, I don't start to do anything, you know. So it was just another day. And other thing that everybody thinks that it's easy and it comes naturally. It's not exactly true. Sometimes, yes, it might happen. Sometimes it happens for me that if I like one song very much, sometimes choreography just start to flow, just appear some inspirations and movements easy. But most of the time it's not like that. Most of the time is that you are taking one song, or maybe you have to create choreography for some project or for some couple or for some another event, and you just need to adapt and create choreography just for that song that another people chose before. So it's maybe will not be like the most favorite song for you, but you need to create that choreography. So in this situation, you need to force a bit yourself, check the steps, and try to adapt the steps for the people that you are creating the choreography. And also it takes maybe a bit more time. It can take, I cannot say how much time it will take to create a new choreography, but sometimes it's maybe the same day, or it's maybe 1 hour, and sometimes it might take maybe I don't know, 2 days, 1 week, depends, you know, depends how difficult is the choreography, and depends how much inspired you are at that moment. So it's very personal, and also I suggest you like to try different things. I think you need to try different tips. I'm just helping you now because of my experience, but you can get inspired because of another dancers or another teachers or some friends, and try different tips, because maybe these tips helps for me, but it will not help for you. So I, of course, wish that you try all the steps that I'm saying, and they should help, but I cannot guarantee that everything that I'm saying will inspire you the same like it's inspired to me. Yeah, but each time when you try, just try different things, and of course you will build nice choreography in the future. And one more thing that I want to mention, that for example, for inspiration, sometimes for me helps just to read something, some book, or watch some film, or just maybe in the dancing class sometimes some inspiration appears. Maybe, you know, you are just dancing another choreography, or you are in another dance class, but you just do click and you say, oh, this spin I would like to use in that choreography, you know, or maybe this step it would be nice to use also in my choreo. So of course you can use some steps and get inspired for another people, but I suggest you do not copy like everything, because It's very important to have your own style and your own direction, your own flow, because there are many dancers, there are many teachers, and if you just copying one or another one, you will it's not, you know, it's not nice. It will be something the same and the same. So try to feel and express what you want to feel, what you want to say, what you want to express, and follow your emotion, follow your own opinion, your own voice, and then it will become your style, you know, your own idea, your own kind of expression, and then you will be different. It's very important to be different because there are many people, many dancers, and if we all will do the same, it will be boring, and no one will learn nothing for anyone, or maybe all choreographies will be the same. So it's very important that you find your own style and your own voice and your own expression. So these are my suggestions for you, my tips that I hope that they will help you. I also want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, this channel, if you didn't subscribe yet, because in the future soon I will upload new videos. And also you can ask me some questions or write some comments, then I will answer you, for example in this live, or in this live chat, or in the comments, or in another videos that you like. You can always write me some questions and I will answer to you. Maybe not the same day, but yeah, I will check and I will answer to comments and questions. So don't be shy, just ask, and we are keeping in touch in this way. So I hope that you like this live video, and I hope to see you soon. In the future I will do more live sessions, and also soon you will see more videos in this channel. So thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.